Good evening, heroes and heroines, and welcome to Practising Programming in C. Before we begin, I have something to introduce, which is these PPIC lessons that Insofar has started to write. After the stream yesterday, we were talking about kind of sort of learning practices and teaching, kind of learning and teaching practices, I'd say. I don't necessarily want to go down that rat hole too much today, but it's a very interesting discussion that we had, and the upshot was that Insofar has just done a lesson. So I'm not going to follow this today because I want to continue with the Burrows-Wheeler transform, but I will be looking into this as soon as I possibly can, because quite honestly I'm bursting to have a go in it. And there's also another lesson in the works by Asaf, but his lesson it's marked as secret, so I don't think it's for me to reveal the link to it or anything. But yeah, at some point in the series, this little guy here, PPIC lessons, will make another appearance. But for now, we are doing this thing, the Burrows-Wheeler transform, and this activity. This guy Interbot spotted that I'm live. I'm on. Okay. So here's my current thing. Let me just get this open. So this currently Burrows-Wheeler transforms correctly, and it does everything that it has to do. What is happening up there? DT. Yeah, it must have obviously taken focus at the wrong time or something. Did it build? It builds. It builds in 0.326 seconds. And then that. So let me run my thing on, I've got a banana file. Right. And let me also pipe this to XXD so we can see exactly what's going on. So we've got here we've got the string transformed like this. We've got the end of text marker here, which is in the correct place, according to this example anyway. Okay, so if I just pop this up here, that's what the example says, and this is what my actual program does. So you can see that this thing here is this thing, this dot, and this dot corresponds to this 3. Okay, and this dot here is a new line. It's just the new line that I need to put at the end of the printf. So if I just remove that new line, run it again, you'll see that new line is no longer there, and then we've got exactly the output that we need. So now I have a bit of a question. My question is, should I loft this stuff out into a function, or should I leave it where it is and just straight up start doing the transform? And I'm not 100% sure what to do. In some ways I think maybe just do it in line, and then later on I can play with like putting the Burrows-Wheeler transform encode and decode into functions, and once I've got the run that encoding part of it also in the mix, have those guys in functions, and then I can sort of kind of mix and match the two different encodings to see how effective the BWT actually is. But for now, we actually need some music, don't we? And I think since we are doing reversing, I think the Braid soundtrack should be perfect. Before I begin, I'll just mute my mic and blow my nose, and then we can go for it. Unfortunately, see, I'm dropping frames there. I hope that doesn't continue much longer. Like 305, 3.6%, 2.5%. Yeah, maybe if that, if there's a bit of an issue with the stream, just let me know and I'll have a look. Might have to restart the stream or something. Hopefully not, but if I have to, then I will. Yep. Okay, so so at this point, I don't need to printf. I need to start to do the decode. So let's actually do a note. This is the BWT decoding. And I mean, it's kind of interesting to think where the actual BWT part of this actually starts. You know, because most of this is just loading a file. I guess the first mention of BWT would kind of be it. But I mean, even so, like this adding of the 3, this is kind of part of the BWT bit of the thing. So we can say, no, BWT encoding, that starts there. Okay. I don't want to print at all, do I? That's just totally unnecessary. So at this point, I have my string. My string is in the in buffer. And the string that I'm talking about is this guy, right? I also have the BWT matrix, which is full of stuff. And I wonder if I should just romp over the whole matrix, filling it with zeros. Actually, let me just see if that would actually work. It might have to be nulls actually. Streams is got to insofar as. Alright, awesome. I mean, I suppose filling it with nulls would be better. The other option is to free the original buffer and allocate a new one. But it could be a good exercise to just nullify the thing. Where is the 0 character? Okay, so 0 is down here, so it is below the letters. But I think null is that's the more appropriate thing. So I will just do that. I'm just going to go over this whole matrix and just null it out. J is the size. Plus J. And then I want to do BWT matrix at I and j is going to be equal to that, right? Or rather, I mean, I know it kind of doesn't matter, but just for kind of correctness' sake, that might be better. And just to double check that I'm actually freeing that properly, let me just printf it. Yeah, I do need to printf and then pipe it. Pipe it to the thing. And we also need the size. Times in size. So, doing it on banana, and then what are we doing with printfing, aren't we? Printfing nothing. And that's nulled. Yeah, okay, right. So that's nulled the stuff out. And it's put a new line on the end. So it's completely nulled it out. That's a bit interesting, actually. Yeah, okay, yeah, just absolutely nothing. I suppose what I'd be interested in seeing is, if I were to write that to a file, what would that look like? Let's just see what that actually comes out as. Blank file. So we're just going to call it whatever. Blank. Nope, this is readable. You stop printing when it hits a null character. Right, interesting. Okay. Beyond Stew's drop. It's the in buffer. It's always the in buffer. Cause frustration. Blank file. So do this. I should get a blank file. Right. And that is 64 bytes long, apparently. Interesting. So it has output the banana. It's output the. What's that output? Blank file, the in buffer. Sorry, I should be writing the BWT matrix. Wrong thing. FM blank. BWT matrix in size. BWT matrix JI. Blank file. I did not rerun the program. Oh, of course, yeah. Cheers, man. Right, okay. So, yeah. So, great, I've nullified the thing. And it's also got some size, which is interesting to me. So I've got a blank matrix. So now what I want to do is I want to loop over this matrix again. Yeah, probably do need another loop. I'm just wondering here if I can just do it all in the same loop. If you know what I mean. Like go forwards and then go back. Because I do actually have to go back. Sort of. I mean, I can actually increment I and then take I away from the ends as I go through. I think we actually have the. Let me use the the X and Y axis. I suppose I should also use them here, shouldn't I? And I should also use them wherever I am using the matrix. Strictly speaking. You know, just so it's all like consistent. And then this is going to be the y-axis and the x-axis. This guy. Right, okay. So I've gone over the matrix, and what's this guy doing? Oh, this is, god damn it, this is doing the... This is writing the final column into the thing. So this is like y-axis. In buffer doesn't have a... I suppose here it's a bit confusing. Because there's no actual axes on the in buffer. Oh wow. Yeah, should we just say that this is working? So after we've done this, we need to sort the line. So how does my sort work again? It takes a width and a matrix. Yeah, that is the correct thing to be doing. Well, that's interesting. You can see that there is actually a string here. Oh no, it's not the... Actually, if I pipe that to XXD, where's my 3? So the 3 is... Oh, I can't see this actually because I need to see when it's at the final character. So at this point, right, I've filled in the BWT matrix. I now need to go back down the matrix. So I've got the in buffer in this outer scope. I only want one loop to go down the y-axis. And I want to say, if BWT matrix at y-axis... Oh, actually, hang on a minute. It's not this. It's at the inside. Sorry. Yes, it is. It is that. At the inside is -1. If that is equal to 3, then we want to put the string, we want to put that row into the in buffer. So, which means that we need a loop. BWT matrix at the y-axis, and that's going to stay the same as, it's going to inherit it from this scope, I believe. So actually, before I do this, actually, let's just pop one of these guys up here and pop the matrix up there as well. Where's the matrix stuff happening? Yeah, I mean, actually, to be honest, I could actually printf the thing up here. So the encoding is equal to that. And where's the other printf? It's here. This is the matrix. And then this is the decoder string. And it's printed out a banana. Holy balls. That's fucking awesome. So, hang on a minute. If I just now do on the BWT corpus, decoded. Some men rob you with a 6-gun, others with a fountain pen. Tell you what, I think it's Game Boy time. So that's the encoding. This is the this is the matrix. I suppose it's not really informative to actually print the matrix, honestly. Where's the in buffer? So how long did that take? That was like no time at all. I could print F. I mean, I suppose print F is just kind of fun at this point. That took me. Okay, that took 30 minutes. I'll tell you what. In a break from tradition, shall I just stop here and say that that's the stream? BWT decoding. So that's quite funny actually, it's just like these 3 loops. I do need to, at the very end I do actually need to say that the final character should be a new line. Right. I'm pretty sure I need to say this. Do I need to say that, I wonder? Because I'm adding a new line anyway, it's piping one through. And this is the 3. Tell you what, actually, let me just see about. I'm just interested in this ETX thing. I wonder if I can replace all instances of the \3 with ETX, because that might be a bit kind of more correct. Right. So I'm just thinking in terms of like, you know, like you can do null like that, can't you? Oh, you can't. Is it null like that? Interesting. Well, maybe you can. Which I'm fine with. Null character. You don't think C knows most of the... Ah, right, okay. That's fine. So I'll take sensitive text. How much longer of this soundtrack have we got to enjoy? We've got a couple of tracks, like 10 minutes worth. Let's just listen to the end of the soundtrack. Listen to the end of the soundtrack in silence. I'm joking. Oh, I'll tell you what, actually. Should I do the lofting out into functions, I wonder? suppose I could have a look at how that would actually look. Read this up into the in buffer. Yeah, I mean, like the in buffer, you know, that goes through the entire pipeline. And that's the kind of thing that will, you know, the in buffer gets passed through the BWT and it will get passed through the RLE as well. And then comes out the other end. So what I'm thinking is, it would be appropriate to keep the reading into the in buffer in its own kind of thing that's separate from the BWT and RLE encodings. This thing, however, is appropriate to go with the BWT because it's the 3 that we need. So what's we passing in? The only things we're passing in is the in buffer, the in size. It allocates its own matrix, sets its own axes, and pointer. I'm using this pointer much, I wonder. Yeah, I mean, I kind of am, but it's interesting how I'm doing 2 different ways of writing into the buffer. I'm doing it with the pointer increment thing, and with this style here, which is kind of interesting. Oh, this was writing into the in buffer, which I wanted to keep in the same place anyway. Let's have a go at this. Right. See what the time is. Right, 5 minutes. I'm going to attempt to loft this out into a function. So the thing is just going to it's really it's a pointer to the buffer is what it needs to be taking. So it can be a void function, I believe. BDC encode. So it's going to take buffer and the inside. Pretty sure that's all it needs. Right. So this is the in buffer here. Oh, the sort is part of the BWT. Yeah, that's fine. And that needs to take the matrix, but the matrix is being set up by the BWT. Right, okay. So yeah, this is all it is, isn't it? Will that build? No. What meter should not return a value. Ah, right. Use one declared identify args. Ah, right. It's this problem, isn't it? Right. Where's it using args? Oh, it's in the erroring. So, oh dear. So I need to pass the... That's unfortunate. I need to actually pass the file name. Or the executable. I'll tell you what, actually. Instead of doing that, maybe actually I should... I wonder if it's better, actually, to initialize the matrix before actually passing that in. Ah, just PR it on malloc. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it just prints out malloc rather than the thing. Use of undeclared identifier. Right, okay, interesting. So it prints a function that went wrong. Yeah. Use of undeclared identifier. Oh, right. What's this again? This is the BWC decoding. Oh, I see, right. So I could do with actually lofting all this stuff out. So this guy takes a string. What function BWC encode should not return a value though. Oh, I see. Right. Yeah, again, it's the freeing stuff, isn't it? I feel like maybe I should... Yeah, I do feel like I should be mallocing outside. You know, like in the kind of... in main. I mean... Although it's only the BW2 encode that actually needs this allocation. Well, the decode needs it as well. Could do that. And then pass in the matrix. Yeah. Oh, it's going to need the inside as well, isn't it? This EFI element Wikipedia is misleading. Yeah, it's not in the file. It's end of text or end of string. If that makes sense. Use of undeclared identifier in size. Yeah, sorry, I needed to pop that in the right place. End of file computer. Let's have a look at this. Explanation. Indicates the end of file pointer. No. I don't actually mean literally a line. So I don't mean literally like a new line. The thing having a new line at the end. It's like end of stream if you say. Because a line has a new line. Break of input lock of the break of input. Break of input block of the so the program wants to hear values inside of the input file. The end of line being like the new line character. And use measures within. Yeah, but the thing is, I can't do that. I need to have the marker because I need to actually check for it. Where's my thing now? It's be deleted. Well, it's in the decode, isn't it? It's this bit here. Your EFE for them would be 256. Right. Yeah, but you can't fit 256 in a car, can you? Can you? Like a car is signed, so it only goes from minus 128 to 127, doesn't it? So I mean, I suppose strictly speaking, I could have picked -1. Who tells you to use a car question mark in the encoded file? Well, it's this implementation of it. No, it's not. It's not telling me to use a particular car. It's just that I've picked that car. Forget the first question mark. What for sure can handle any possible byte? Could use ints instead of cars. Yeah, no inputs. No, it's my actual file. So I'm just working on ASCII files. It's kind of interesting that you can actually do that. Yeah, and also it works. You know, my thing works, and what I was doing was lofting out into a function, which is kind of interestingly working. Let's just see what happens. If this works, then I'll be kind of surprised. So the encoding, yeah, okay. So the encoding is busted, and it's busted because I'm not calling the thing, are I? Yeah. So I need to actually call the function. BWT encode, and this takes the, let's just say, in buffer, in size, and BWT matrix. Okay, in buffer, in size, and BWT matrix. In buffer, in size, and a pointer to the BWT matrix, I presume. No. If I pass it like that. So now what does this do? Oh wow. Okay, so that's worked. Right. Okay. Fine. God. Why is programming so easy? That's my question. I mean, tell you what, now that we've come this far, should I just do the decoding in a function as well? How long is it? Is that long? It needs to take y-axis. It needs to set the y-axis itself. Let's do this. Okay. So it's going to be a void. It's going to be bwt decode, and it needs to take the same stuff, right? It needs to take the in buffer, the in size, and it needs to take the matrix, BWT matrix. Just like that, I believe. Just all this stuff. And it needs to give itself the x and y axis. Okay. So then at this point, I just call it, don't I? So that takes the same crap as the encoding one. Well, that was a bit, blimey, straightforward. Yeah. Fine. Okay. So basically what that's enabled me to do is to, like, just really simply do one or the other thing. So when I come to do the RLE, I'll be able to compare it. But because that was so... Because the decode was so straightforward, and because I think I've nailed the logic for the encode. Sorry, I've nailed the logic for the compare strings. Because of those things, I think I should be able to. I should be able to do all of this in one sitting, and then also redo the RLE stuff. I think I will be able to do that, but that's not for today. Been going for just under an hour. Well, exactly an hour. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there. I actually did more than I was expecting there. I didn't expect to pull the stuff into functions. And I kind of had an idea of what the decode would look like, but I didn't expect it to go quite that smoothly. But before I go, let's just check out what the guys are saying. For a full Beatles exam, you probably would not even need to store a matrix or an end of file character in line. I can store a pointer separately with a system of for learning. Yeah. Store a pointer separately. Yeah, I mean, there's this little thingamajig here, optimization section. I wonder if it'd be an interesting exercise though to finish all of this stuff and then actually look at what the thing is doing and see if I can figure out a cool way of actually doing all the stuff in the way that you're saying. Yeah, maybe that'll be something to do. But for now, I think I should. I think what I'll do is I'll say that this is done for now, and then I will do insofar as a lesson tomorrow in the next Practising Programming in C stream, and then come back to this, do all of this stuff, and get the RLE into it as well. And then if I can do all of that, then I can just totally tick it off the list and move on. But for now, thank you very much for watching, for being awesome, for being helpful and heroic. Insofar as I hope you didn't make it too tricky. Well, we'll see. you may end up seeing old Miblo tearing his hair out on stream, losing his rag and going totally crazy. Yeah, but we'll see. Until then, farewell for now.